Hello, it is October. We are well and truly into autumn. Gosh, can't you feel it in the air? It's amazing. This month's reading is quite interesting. There is a distinct continuation from last month. So let's crack on, shall we? So if you are new to the channel, every month I do a monthly reading that takes the energy temperature of the month ahead, and I draw 4 cards. I ask what is going to be the overarching energy, what should we lean into, what should we avoid, what will not help, and what is the message from Spirit. Last month our overarching energy was the Chariot, so we were told that we were going to have a lot of focus, a lot of will. We were going to be quite determined in many ways, and we were asked to lean into the 7 of Pentacles, so it was a work in progress. So even though it didn't feel like much was happening, what we did was going to pan out, and that was going to be quite important. So what we seem to have in this month, in October, is kind of a follow-on from that. So our overarching energy for the month of October is the 5 of Swords. Now the 5 of Swords is not an awesome card, and in fact in many ways this is actually quite a challenging reading. It looks like the month is not going to be easy. I think it will probably look and feel more challenging than it actually is. Let me explain that as I go along. So the 4 of Swords is a card of baggage. What it's doing is it's saying, oh, what's happening now is a result of what happened then, and it's icky, and I'm going to be assuming that the future will be a continuance, or I don't want the future to be a continuance, so I'm going to guard against it by whatever it is. We're being informed by negativity in the past, and we're on some level we're going to be bringing that forward as baggage. There is resentment, there is some bitterness, there is ick in the card for sure. It is a negative energy card, and it's a card of baggage. So when we look at the card, we can see those poppies overarching these 2 figures that are standing back to back. One has a sword. There is a grave of what's been lost. It's the aftermath of battle, and a lot of people term this a Pyrrhic victory, which means that there are no winners really, and even those that would term themselves the winners are not really, because so much is lost that it makes it a moot point. This is not good. This is not a good energy. So what do we do about this? The message of the card tells us it's really important that we don't continue to remember. We don't continue the energy on, and what we do is we understand that we can't fix it. We cannot fix it by remembering it. We have to look at our current situation with fresh eyes and make decisions with fresh eyes, not with the eyes of the past. That's going to be really, really important. As we get to the next card, I'll tell you why. It's asking us to decide who we are. That's a really important part of this card. It says to you, all of that notwithstanding, who are you? What do you stand for? What do you want? The age-old question, what do you want? This is going to be a big deal this coming month. You need to decide who you really are. All of that other stuff, you're going to have to leave it behind and stand firm with almost like a clean energy, right? Really important, that clean energy, clean eyes. Don't allow anything else in. I'm sorry to interrupt this video, but I wanted to let you know that my new book, Tarot, the Life Code, is due for release on the 25th of November. If you pre-order the book from Amazon before the 25th, and you send me a receipt, I'll give you a coupon against the amazing award-winning Life Code Tarot deck that refunds the price of the book completely. So you get the book for free if you buy the deck as well. What an amazing Christmas present that would be. Pre-order the book now and get your incredible discount on this amazing deck as well. Merry Christmas. So what we should lean into is the Five of Pentacles, another challenging card. So the Five of Pentacles is where we are feeling like there's not enough, I'm not enough, I don't have enough. Whatever it is, it's a card of lack and poverty. Now that may well be poverty mentality, it may be a poverty of confidence, it may be a poverty of the world, a world view. Whatever it is, whatever that is, we need to really own it. See, the Five is not an easy card, but it presents us with a challenge. It's a challenge we're being asked to engage with. And whatever the crap that has gone before is, we cannot bring it to bear because it's going to be exacerbating that energy. So the challenge for us this month, the challenge we're being asked to lean into, is one of countering that in a really positive way. And that's going to be difficult. This is your mission if you choose to accept it. So whenever this month you start feeling like there is lack in any terms, you must know that there isn't really. Even if you feel there is, there isn't. And it's important that you look at it with fresh eyes, with a new perspective. This is the energy we're being asked to lean into. This feeling of being on the outside of things and maybe not having power or control, or not enough power, not enough control, whatever the not enough is. It's important that you lean into it and that you engage with it and that you don't take it at face value and you don't take it as truth, because it isn't true. So what do we need to lean away from? What's going to get in our way this month? And we have the Knight of Wands. Now it's quite interesting because last month in that position we had the Fool, and the Fool is a very leap, just do it. It's very spontaneous, that's the word I'm looking for. It's a very spontaneous card. And in a way the Knight of Wands has a kind of similar feeling about it. And what I think the Knight of Wands is talking about is a similar kind of knee-jerk reaction. So the Knight of Wands is a short-term burst of energy. It's sort of responding to a situation. And when we have a Knight of Wands energy, we are fired up with a desire to do something, and that firing up doesn't last because it kind of runs out of steam. So therefore it's not sustainable. And that's a problem. These two cards together, the Five of Pentacles, which is a card of lack and not enough, and we're gonna be feeling like we've got to do something, right? And we're gonna get all fired up. But it isn't gonna work because it's coming from the wrong perspective, and we need to think very carefully about short-term action this month. Short-term action, as is the case with last month, won't help. So we need to look at what's actually going on and why we feel the way we do and what's at the bottom of it. And we're going to be really tempted by this, because it's one's energy, right? So when it's one's energy, we're like, I've got to do it. So we've got to be really careful with our energy, and we've got to make sure that we're doing everything in a very considered way. Because whatever this process is, it's going to be longer, I think, than we hope it will be, which is why I think we have this continuance from last month as well. It's a longer energy stream than just 1 month. We're in a longer process, okay, and that's really important to know. We need to look at slow and steady wins the race. We need to look at not bringing any past negativity into the equation this month. We need to look at making sure we constantly look at things with fresh eyes. We're not looking at anything with a sense of lack. I can't needs to be banned, okay? But nevertheless, we don't want to be rushing at anything and doing anything just quickly do it. We don't want to do that either. Okay, so what is the message from Spirit this month? Well, the message from Spirit is the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords is interesting because it's the Houston we have a problem card. I love seeing it like that because it just sums it up. It's telling us that there's a problem with the way we are trying to solve our problem. The problem isn't the problem. The problem is the way we're thinking about the problem. And there it takes us back into the reading again, doesn't it? Because it's telling us that the problem is our own mentality and our own feeling of maybe playing too small or not feeling like we have power in some way. So the Ace of Swords it's an interesting card because it's telling us that with different thinking we can change things. It's our thinking that's the problem. With regards to an ace gives us the new possibility, and it tells us that with clarity and objectivity we can solve our problem in a much better way than we have been. So let's think about that, clarity and objectivity. So when we look at that 5 of Pentacles and the baggage that has caused it, then we're not looking at it with clarity and objectivity. We're actually looking at it emotionally, aren't we? I think it's a tricky month. Now don't forget, it is only a month, right? This is not a life. This is just a month. It's going to be very necessary for you to be very objective about your position on what's at the root of what's causing you to think the way you're thinking. Because what you think is true is not true. Well, don't we all love that? Because what you think is true is coming from a position of lack and maybe negativity, and it's causing you to have a fire energy response to that, and that fire energy response is not going to solve your problem. Okay, there are all these tropes, aren't there, on the internet? You are enough, and it asks you to repeat you are enough, but the problem is, do they really ring true? You are enough for what? Well, yeah, you are, but you've got to work out what that really means, because that 5 of Pentacles says that you don't believe it really, and you're going to have to take a good hard look at that and where you think you need to play it really safe or play small or don't take risks or whatever it is. It's keeping you in a position that your mind is telling you is safe, or your mind is telling you is the thing when actually it isn't. So the message of Spirit is that we need to look at our thinking. We need to look at the way we're viewing our situation this month. Very important. This is an opportunity. Let's not look at it as a challenge, although it is a challenge in a good way. It's an opportunity. So that's, well, fun. I hope this is interesting. I hope you can make use of it in a way that's positive and constructive. Personally, I find these readings really useful, and again, let's try and stay with it, shall we? Let's try and keep it going throughout the month. Keep that front and center throughout the month. Come back to the video if you need to and re-watch it and have a look And what I might do is I might do an interim reading in the coming month, because it's a little bit of a challenging ball of wool, right? So what I might do is I might check in halfway through the month and do a little follow-up and just see where the energy is sitting. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts. As always, please do like and subscribe. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Lots of tarot loveliness on the channel, and also a live every Tuesday where I will do 1-card readings for you, and also a subscription membership if you want to work with me to get your tarot reading chops up top notch. And also we have a travel playlist which follows me and Geoff and Flynn and the mighty Gus the Bus. I'm going to say goodbye for now. I will see you soon. Don't forget, like it and subscribe. Goodbye for now. I will see you soon. Always here for a reading if you need one. Bye-bye.